Hello everyone, this is the Ioniq 6 rear wheel drive with the big battery. I just did 130 kilometers an hour range test, and now we'll do the same at 110. I'm charging to 100%, I do it. I'm at 94% charging with 33 kilowatt. It should take another 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like this. Oh yeah, I should drive to the other side. I'm so wrong. I have to drive to the other side and charge there so we can do the normal range test. Yeah, I'll be back soon. I'm on my way. I drive 113 kilometers an hour on the speedometer. That's 110 GPS. I started with 95%. My heat is at lower setting because the sun is heating up very nicely. I'm only heating up my feet with just fan on 22.5 degrees on my feet. And the heat is taking only 900 watt right now, but the battery care is doing something. I was just charging from 5 to 95%, peak 200 kilowatt, but overall not very fast, so the battery wasn't too warm, and it stopped now, but it was still cooling the battery a bit till now. So for the last 13 minutes it was still 300 to 500 watt battery cooling. We go on as usual. It's -1 degree, so it's warmer as it was before. Before we had -7 on the start, -10 when we were still standing, and then when driving -7 to -3 degrees was the warmest temperature when we arrived. Now it's -1, which is nice. Yeah, it's a bit warmer. It's 0 degrees. I have the heat at 22, fan 1, only to the feet. I got my jacket off. The sun is warming me nicely. The heat shouldn't be doing too much. Let's look. What is this? Go away. Oh, I pressed media instead of home. EV and energy consumption. Heat is right now taking 500 to 700 watt, electronics 500, still 5% of driving. Consumption went down to 186, but I know that the way there where I just turned around, usually it's a bit downhill from the first hill down, then it's down, and now it should be uphill a bit. Our average speed is around 106, but this trip meter is a bit off, so a bit lower, so it should be 108, something like that. That's fine. We're almost at 70% where we can say how much range we have for the full battery, but as we learned before in the test, the state of charge doesn't go down very linear. So the first 25% you drive more than the first 25% you drive more than the last two. That's a bit sad. I'm not a fan of that at all, because you can calculate very well for a long distance. I'm at 70%, so I used 25% of my battery, drove 112.5 kilometers. That would mean 450 kilometers. I doubt that, because again, when I take the 450 multiplied with the consumption of 188, I get way more battery capacity than this car has. So again, state of charge is not linear. We will get less and less range the more we drive. I was just at 45%, drove 207 kilometers. That would mean 414 kilometers full range. Consumption is at 191 watt-hours per kilometer. And soon we have 2 hours. That means we know our average speed. So around 106 kilometers an hour, but this trip meter is always under-reporting, so 107 kilometers of our kilometers an hour average speed. That is good. We have 110 kilometers to the charger. 155 kilometers is my range, and this range is still calculated with the 130 because I used now 50%, drove 210 kilometers, so I should have now with 45% 190 kilometers of range. But this gasometer just takes a lot of time till it changes. It's a bit sad. My heat is back at 23 degrees and everything because the sun is behind some clouds, and this is for the last 20 minutes or so. This video is supported by Maingau Autostrom. With Maingau you can charge at over 500,000 charging stalls all over Europe for a fair price. Check out the link in the description below. I arrived with 14%, 322.3 kilometers, 190 watt-hours per kilometer was my consumption. Perfect test again. I never had to slow down. It was the opposite. Every time I had to pass, I had to speed up. So I was always driving 113, and when I had to pass, I drove a bit faster, 120 or so. So I would say, I don't know, 10 times where I had to pass. And with the sun out now, like I say, there's a bit of clouds blocking the sun, so I needed the heat again. But when the sun was out, I could almost turn off the heat. The sun was just warm enough. Overall, I get a range of 401 kilometers at this speed in these conditions. It was great conditions. Was warmer than this morning. So I had -1 when I left, and now I think it's 1 degree. So that's awesome. I'm gonna charge a bit and then go home. Here's all the data that you need to know. And then next week I will do a comparison ID7 against the Ioniq 6. So everything. Comfort, driving, how is it, how to interact with the car and everything. But that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.